sitting alone in the room, wipe all the tears away. Life is a cabaret, oh chum, come to the cabaret. Put down that knitting, the scarf in the broom, time for a graduation day. Life is a cabaret, oh chum, come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band. Band play. Time for celebrating, step right here, your table's waiting. Put that ship dip-doo-doo. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh chum, time for the cabaret. What good is sitting alone in the room? Wipe all your tears away. Life is a cabaret, oh chum, time for a cabaret. Put down that knit and scarf in the room. It's time for a graduation day. Life is a cabaret, oh chum, come to the cabaret. Taste the wine. Come hear the band.
Hear that band play.
Time for celebrating. Step right here, your table's waiting.
Yeah.
Chip dibbity bitty beep 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 bop. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, oh chum.
Whoa.
Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret.
Gotta hang over a little bit sometimes. Gotta make that bit long.
Well, these guys like it this time. They're clapping and everyone's all awake and everything. It's not anymore.
Bird is shuffle. See me do that? You about to get off now.
How y'all know about that?
Bird is shuffle. That's what the cats call it, the bird is shuffle.
How y'all know about that?
Well, he was talking
Yeah, we
about
know
it. I
that.
think it-
Lily of the Valley. Lily of the Valley. Down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside.
I'm gonna lay down my verdict.
Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Study no more, no more. Ain't gonna study no more, no more. Ain't study no more. Oh, oh, oh. Ain't gonna study no more, no more. Study no more, no more.
I'm gonna lay down my verdict.
Down by the riverside.
Down 'Cause I'm feeling blue. I hope and pray for someone exactly like you. Why don't we spend money on a show or two? I hope and pray for someone exactly exactly like you, 'cause you make me feel so good. I wanna spend the world with you. You make me understand all the little dreams I'm dreaming, schemes I'm scheming. Don't know why my mother taught me to be true. I hope and pray for someone exactly like you. Now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's where my life began. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's where my life began. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I wanna be a rug cutter. Swing out. Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. I wanna be a rug cutter. Swing out, let it roll. All right. Don't know why I waited, 'cause I'm feeling blue. I hope and pray for someone exactly like you. Why don't we spend money on a show too? I hope and pray for someone exactly like you. You make me feel so good. I want to spend the world with you. You make me understand all the little dreams I'm dreaming, schemes I'm scheming. Don't know why my mother taught me to be true. I hope and pray for someone exactly like you. Now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's where my life begins. Like 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's where my life begins. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I wanna be a rug cutter. Swing out. Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. I wanna be a rug cutter. Swing out, now let it roll.
saying they sleep on this shit.
Oh, yeah.
People ain't making sound.
1
We like,
o'clock. We halfway through.
halfway.
They're saving it out for their kids and stuff. They're not here to see us.
Thing with a Latin kind of feel.
I was just thinking St. Louis. Played that in a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I like that.
You got that one, Bernie?
Huh, what that is?
St. Louis Blues.
That minor major?
I never played it before, but I heard it.
Yeah, it's good.
That's got a lot of weird.
It's good.
It's got a lot of weird like parts.
Yeah, brother. I heard it before. But I played it.
I think y'all coming out.
I hate to see when the evening sun goes down. I hate to see when the evening sun goes down. It makes me feel like I'm on my last go round. If I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today, I feel tomorrow like I feel today. Gonna pack my gags and make my getaway. Where, Cal? Oh, little Liza, little Liza, oh, little Liza,
Little Liza Jane.
oh, little Liza,
Little Liza Jane.
oh, little Liza,
Little Liza Jane.
saying I got a girl in New Orleans.
Little Liza Jane.
She's the ugliest thing you ever seen.
Little Liza Jane.
Say I got a girl from Tokyo
Little Liza Jane.
in the streetcar pass in front of her door.
Little Liza Jane.
Everybody sing, oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane.
Somebody say,
Oh, little Liza Jane. There was a little bitty boy dressed in white,
Little Liza Jane.
tried to get to heaven on the tail of a kite.
Little Liza Jane.
The kite string popped and down he fell.
Little Liza Jane.
Well, he didn't go to heaven, he went to Slidell.
Little Liza Jane.
Everybody sing, oh, little Liza. All aboard, oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza. I got a girl from New Orleans.
Little Liza Jane.
She's the ugliest thing you ever see.
Little Liza Jane.
I got a girl from Tokyo.
Little Liza Jane.
In the street car pass in front of her door.
Little Liza Jane.
Everybody sing.
Oh, little Liza Jane.
And all the boys. All the boys. And all the boys. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go, here we go.
Here we go.
You want some more?
Do you want some more?
Oh, oh,
Oh, oh,
oh, oh.
oh, oh.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go, here we go.
Do you want some more?
Lightly. Lightly. Politely. Lightly. You got 15 minutes now? Yeah, and we just gotta watch for it. It might last longer. I think they have to seat all those seats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta see this right now. So we could do a, real fast. We could hit like dummy song.
What is that?
Quick. Dummy
What
song.
is that?
Keep it traditional. Legs off some
Found
more
Lil
table.
Baby.
I get more loving from that dumb old dummy.
I don't know that. I really don't know that.
Found a new baby, she's driving me crazy. Found a new girl, finally got a piece of mind. Found a new baby, she's driving me crazy. Found a new girl, finally got a piece of mind. She's so sweet, so kind, she's one of a kind. I'm glad, so glad, glad that girl is mine. I found a new baby, she's driving me crazy. I found a new girl, finally got a piece of mind. Oh yes indeed, hey, yeah.
got that swing. We can't do that again, bro.
We do it right, that's the last song. To do it right, that's the last song.
All the songs in the world.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah,
That's a good song.
Yeah, it's a wonderful world. Wonderful world. Great. They love you. It's different.
For the occasion.
For you guys.
For the occasion. That's right. It's not for us. For them. trees are green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I say to myself, think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, 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 oh. I see the skies are blue, and clouds of white, bright blessed day, in the dark sacred night. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Wonderful world it is. Oh yes, the colors in the rainbow, so pretty in the sky.
Like me.
Also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? But what they're saying is, I love you. I hear the babies out there crying. I'd watch them grow. They'll always learn more than I'll ever know. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world it is. What you say, Kels? Oh yes, the colors in the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. Also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? But what they're saying is, I love you. I hear the babies out there crying. I'd watch them grow. They'll always learn more than I'll ever know. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Good evening, everyone.
Somebody played the wrong note.
I gotta play 12 more hours.
Wasn't me.
I gotta play Joe Camel at 2 a.m. today still.
Okay. 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5. Saints.
One song left.
Saints.
Game song.
marching in.
Go marching in.
When the saints go marching in,
Go marching in.
I wanna be in that number.
You see,
When the saints go
go
marching
marching
in.
in.
Now when that sun
When that sun
refuse to shine,
refuse to shine,
when the sun refuse to shine,
refuse to shine.
I wanna be in that number. When the saints go marching in.
Go marching in.
Now once I had a little playmate.
Little playmate
She used to laugh and talk with me.
with me.
But when she found I played a slide trombone, she turned her back on me. Now when the saints
Oh, when the saints
go marching in,
go marching in.
when the saints go marching in,
Go marching in.
I wanna be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Yeah. We don't care what mama say, play that saxophone anyway. Mama don't want no sax playing in here.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in. Oh Lord, I won't be in that number. You see, when the saints go marching in. Hold on. Oh, when that sun
When the sun
refuse to shine.
refuse to shine,
When that sun refuse to shine.
sun refuse to shine.
See,
In that number, when the saints go marching in. Now my mama don't want no trombone in here.
no, no, no.
Mama said that trombone hurt her ear. I don't care what my mama say, I'ma play this trombone anyway. Mama don't want no trombone. Hey, hey, come on.
I say, Mama don't want no saxophone and trumpet out.
Mama said that tuba hurt her ear. Adam don't care what mama say, he gonna play that tuba anyway. Mama don't want that tuba playing in here. want no drums playing here. Well, that concludes it now.
From the Ernest N. Morial Convention Center, this is the 2023 Western Governors University Commencement in New Orleans, Louisiana. This ceremony is for bachelor's graduates. This is a live broadcast and will be available for replay on YouTube and WGU's website.
Well, good afternoon. We're about to convene the 92nd commencement of Western Governors University. I'm Linda Battles, Regional Vice President of the South Region at WGU.
Hello everyone, I'm Manny Gonzalez, Regional Director of the South Region. We welcome you all to the Big Easy, home to Cajun cooking, Houdat Nation, legendary music, and these remarkable graduates.
Graduates, families, and friends, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed live over the internet. A special welcome to all of our online viewers joining us across the country and around the world.
That's right, Linda. What a great gathering of our night owls worldwide in the daytime. Now, if you are able, please stand for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to New Orleans. And thank you, Javier Perez from Houston, Texas, for an inspiring performance. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, Javier has been employed in the medical field for nearly 30 years, and he recently completed his bachelor's in nursing program. He recently joined the world-renowned MD Anderson Hospital as an RN with a determination to impact and save countless lives of those battling cancer. Thank you, Javier. It is my privilege to convene the 92nd commencement of Western Governors University. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates and congratulate you on completing one of life's great achievements. WGU graduates, I hope your memories of this day will remain with you forever. Each of you have accomplished something extraordinary. Your graduation is a milestone reached and a dream achieved. It's the culmination of challenges faced and obstacles overcome. You each have taken a unique journey to make it here, and your determination and perseverance inspire all of us and mark a pathway for others to follow. Given that children of college graduates are 10 times more likely to attain a degree, you have not only enhanced your own life, but that of your families and the generations that will follow. WGU was founded in 1997, near the dawn of the internet. Our 19 founding governors had the foresight to see technological advances as an opportunity to adapt, even reinvent higher education, to make it more accessible and affordable, to improve its quality and relevancy to the future of work, and to increase its focus on students and delivering value for them, delivering value for you. Ultimately, to change lives for the better, even hundreds of thousands of lives. Today, 26 years later, more than 310,000 individuals have graduated from WGU. Let's give a shout out to all and each of them. Think of that. In roughly a quarter of a century, more than 250,000 individuals' lives have been changed through education, along with the lives of those of their families and their communities. And we're just getting started. Today's milestone represents an unprecedented level of dedication, persistence, creativity, and resilience. And for that, we congratulate and celebrate you. At this moment in history, the world needs individuals exactly like you, those unafraid of new challenges, those with the tenacity to surmount the insurmountable, with the foresight to anticipate the unforeseeable, the flexibility to adapt, and the commitment to persist no matter what. Those who have shown us that there is only one way to go, and that is forward. I'm reminded of the adage from Benjamin Franklin, energy and persistence conquer all things. And so it is. The education you've received here at WGU has prepared you to persist and no doubt conquer any challenge you face. You're now equipped to move yourselves, your families, and your communities forward, and we know you'll be successful. Today, you join only 34% of adults in the United States who hold bachelor's degrees. Many of you are graduating today with a family member. We offer special congratulations to those who are sharing this accomplishment with a loved one. WGU is also grateful to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. We are especially proud to recognize the military members who are graduating. We thank you for your service to our country. You may have noticed that our military graduates are proudly wearing red, white, and blue cords today to symbolize their service to our country. We thank these brave individuals. Will you, our military graduates, please stand to be recognized? Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. And joining us are many of our WGU faculty and staff. Please put your hands together to show your appreciation for the time and dedication they put into their work. Thank you. And now, I'd like to share some facts about today's graduating class. Of the 406 earning bachelor's degrees today, nearly 1/3 of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Congratulations. Your average age is 36 years old, the youngest is 19, and the oldest is 67. Three-quarters of you are women. Congratulations. The average time to earn a bachelor's degree was 2 years and 10 months, to which I say, what took you so long? Congratulations, great job. Each and every one of you are redefining what has typically been referred to as a 4-year degree, so maybe it should be called the 2-year and 10-month degree. 34 states are represented here today, and the state with the most graduates is Texas with 150. And our graduate who traveled the furthest to join us today is from Lacey, Washington, some 2,616 miles away. Congratulations, Lacey, or those graduate from Lacey. Each of you have an amazing story that has brought you to this point, like that of Teresa McClinton, a single mother of 4 who wanted to show her daughters that courage, determination, and consistency are vital tools used to accomplish your goals. Or Leah Jackson, who completed her bachelor's in elementary education, who brought her fan base with her. And she lost her mother and became a mother while earning her degree. We know there are hundreds of stories and accomplishments worthy of highlighting, and we urge each of you to highlight your story with your family and friends. You all work diligently to reach an educational milestone that will change the course of your own history and influence future generations. Thank you for allowing all of us at WGU to play a part in the fulfillment of your dream. It has truly been our honor. And now we'll hear from 2 of your fellow graduates as they share their respective journeys to earn their degrees. I'm delighted to introduce Damir Abdallah Kadeen Bahir Harodoro. He has a Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, and IT Management. Originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Courtney Moore, Bachelor of Science, Business Management from Gardnerville, Nevada. And please join me now in welcoming Damir Abdullah to the lectern. Damir Abdullah.
Hello. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My name is Damir Abdullah Kadeen Bahir Harad Daro, owner of Academy Daro and Western Governors University alumni class of 2022. Trying to sum up my experiences, lessons, and gratitude in 4 minutes or less is crazy. Standing on stage today after literally traveling 1,300 miles to get to New Orleans is astonishing. A young Muslim, African-American man growing up in the trenches of Philadelphia, I've seen a lot of mishaps, a lot of downfalls, a lot of sullenness, and personally witnessed generational curses. I was never the athletic type. I kept my head in the books, but I do remember the times I also kept myself in detention and suspension, both in-house and out. I wasn't that problematic. I just had a smart behind mouth. My mom was tired of it to the extent that if I kept getting in trouble, I wouldn't get reinstated and I had to stay home. Home would have been fun if I wasn't in trouble. So I had to give it up. In pursuit of that, I have to give a sincere thank you to my mother, the beautiful vessel that carried me and helped birth my soul to be here today. This earth would not be the same if I didn't have her as my first love. She didn't give up on me. Thank you. For us, life happened quickly, it seemed, though. Leaving our family home during my last year of high school and surfing from loved ones' couches to friends' guest rooms, I was actually relieved at the thought to being on campus. I saw myself slowly getting drained with my bad habits and unhelpful coping skills and useless isolation during my trials during my senior year. I couldn't snap out of them that easily. It felt like depression wasn't giving up. I was devastated to find out some of my professors were not compassionate while teaching me too. I failed 2 to 3 courses my last semester I was on campus during the pandemic, and even after pleading my case of homelessness, mental and physical stress from COVID. All those things on my mind when coming back to Philly, I decided to no longer sleep on my sister's couch, nor stay at my aunt's house, nor visit cousins late night. I attended a shelter. That shelter somehow made me feel like I was still on campus, sharing a room with roommates, but the elderly, washing up in a bathroom with lukewarm showers, and going to sleep at a designated time to get ready for my 7 a.m. class. Yet this class wasn't yet this class was the real world working to find an actual home for myself. It's scary to say, but college and some of its disappointments prepared me for homelessness. No matter how I dodged, it seemed like life was just something I couldn't duck. I've seen advertisements for WGU on YouTube many times a day while being there. However, once I actually left State College with all my belongings, I thought I was done with school completely. Under the notion that there is a high probability of wasting my money, going into debt while still doing hard work and not receiving the GPA I deserved, I wanted to call it quits. I constantly felt stuck. But I found my place, I got my room situated, and I sat my behind down to get that work done on that laptop. I surprised myself by taking the chance of cutting my own hours at CVS as a manager in order to complete my degree program, graduating a semester early in November 2022. And I'm not gonna lie, receiving my actual diploma in hand that following December, I must say, that diploma looks sexy. So on my wall, I just had to put it up. I'm glad I kept the drive to finish what I started in the same time frame of my 4-year college career. Nonetheless, those who are out there who still wants to complete what they started, it is never too late. A piece of advice for those younger and upcoming, and even those older than I, build the intention to want to have it figured out, even if you don't have it figured out yet. Don't get too comfortable, nor complacent. Be wary of your surroundings and be mindful of who you are pouring into and who is pouring into you. During the process, find Allah, stay close to Him, and He will never give up on you. Thank you, Urban League of Philadelphia and Philadelphia Foundation for my scholarships. Thank you, Sterling Grimes, Micah Hart, Brittany Walling, Everett Hurt, Hamdi Agha, my mentor, Namdi Wankwo, who is up on stage with me supporting me, and my blessed family, friends, and mentors not mentioned. Thank you, National Society of Leadership and Success, for inviting me into a well-renowned scholar program, and thank you, Western Governors University, for the immense opportunities. And above all, thank you, Lord, for providing me and showing me your signs and keeping me guided and protected. Abadan taqamis al-taqat al-sabiyatu, an Arabic mantra meaning to never indulge the negative energy and try your best to not let it consume you. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-jannah, all praise to the Most High, and may He grant us paradise. Blessed endeavors to you all. Dada is out, but never giving up. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I, like you, all of you, have benefited from having a dedicated program mentor at WGU. My mentor, Sarah Bizzaro, inspired me and kept me going on my journey. One day, toward the end of my journey, she shared this quote with me. "The most useful form of patience is persistence. Patience implies waiting for things to improve on their own. Persistence implies keeping your head down and continuing to work when things take longer than you expect." This quote resonated with me, as my journey wasn't easy and definitely took longer than I expected. I am sure that is true for a lot of us gathered here today. We all have our own unique journeys that brought us together to graduation. I'd like to share mine in hopes it inspires someone listening to be persistent even when the journey is long. By the time I was in high school, college had always been the plan. But as teenagers do, I made mistakes and lost any chance at a scholarship, which at the time was the only means of paying for college. See, I come from two incredibly hardworking parents who provided everything for my brother and me growing up. We didn't want for anything, but we didn't have much more than we had, so a scholarship was critical. I felt discouraged and lost, so I bottled it up and continued to fall further into a rebellious teenager phase that lasted much longer than I'd like to admit. After I graduated, I started working at Blockbuster that summer. Who remembers those? Be kind, rewind, anyone? I made minimum wage, but still had big dreams of going to college. I saved up enough money to enroll at a community college that fall, while I continued to work full-time, going to classes in between shifts. I was an 18-year-old with no sense of direction, trying to be an adult in the real world, and it proved to be too much, so I dropped out of college that spring with no idea if I would ever be able to go back. By 23, I was married with 2 kids. I continued working retail jobs, often with late shifts and weekends, knowing in my heart I was meant for more. At 27, I re-enrolled in that same community college and took 2 classes that spring, only passing 1. I struggled being a mom, a wife, and working odd hours. I left school again, feeling defeated and discouraged. Though the year I turned 30, I was given a life-changing opportunity and began working at my local hospital. When I started, I became clear that I was among some of the most educated people I have ever interacted with, and I was feeling less confident in myself because I did not have a college degree. 2 years later, I enrolled yet again in that same community college with a full course load. This time felt different though. I had a huge support system and a workplace that was inspiring me to grow. I was able to complete 2 semesters in college with full course loads. Shocking, I know. Then I discovered WGU. I felt with my work schedule and the drive I had to complete my degree as quickly as possible, this would be a better fit for me and I could accelerate the process. Well, I underestimated the commitment it would require as well as the challenging courses at WGU. I transferred in some credits, but still had a large amount of courses ahead of me. There were full semesters that I fell a little short, so years went by with some good semesters and some bad semesters, and I swear I felt so bad for my amazing program mentor. We had some really tough love calls, but she stuck with me and encouraged me through it all. So what I thought was going to be me accelerating my degree turned out to not be the case, but I did not give up like I had done so many times before. After 5 years with the hospital, I began to look at my career opportunities. I had grown exponentially, but I knew that without my degree, it would not be possible to do more, without the support of my family. With the support of my family, I had a hard decision and to leave my job to focus on my schoolwork. After 3 years with WGU, in December of 2021, I found the passion and fire to dig deep and push myself harder than I ever had before. I completed 21 courses in 2022, and I have never worked harder for anything in my life, but I also realized through this journey I never wanted anything more than I wanted my degree. The sense of pride I felt in myself and the excitement of my family, friends, and mentor after I graduated meant the world to me, because they kept me going. They believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. I am proud to say that 1 year after leaving my job, I not only graduated with my bachelor's degree, but I was welcomed back at the hospital in a new director role. A dream role that could not have happened. Thank you. A dream role that could not have happened if it wasn't for WGU. I will forever be grateful for my program mentor who helped me along the way, and for the sacrifices of my family and friends to support me. Because of all of this, I proudly re-enrolled at WGU to pursue my master's degree. And so just remember, it is never too late to accomplish your goals as long as you stay persistent. Thank you.
Thank you both, Damir Abdullah and Courtney. I certainly love some of the things that each of you shared. I just want to highlight a couple of comments I wrote down that I think were truly inspiring for each and every one of us here. Damir Abdullah, when you talk about class was the real world working on you to learn and become who you are meant to be. I think that's actually true for each and every one of us, is that it's not just about the education we're pursuing, but the experiences that we're having. And I'm so grateful for those experiences that you've had that have helped you become who you are. Also, that this intention to figure it out even when you don't have it figured out. I think that pretty much describes my everyday experience at WGU. No, I'm just kidding. I think we know what we're doing sometimes. And of course, never indulge the negative energy. I think too often in this life, so many are going to be doubters and haters and non-believers, and that you never indulge that you recognize the inherent worth that each and every one of you have. And certainly, Courtney, that the most useful form of patience is truly persistence. That to me reminds me of a quote from the founder of Jimmy John's, who said, I think specifically, that it's taken me a long time to become the person I want to be. I think that's true, that we have to be persistent. And of course, I'd like to know if, raise of hands, who of you who've had that tough love call from a mentor? Yep, I see a lot of hands out there. We're grateful to each and every one of your mentors for those tough love calls that have helped you in those times when you need it. Again, thank you both for sharing your wonderful stories with each of us. We're so grateful. Let's give them each another round of applause. Thank you. I'm now pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Kevin Carroll. Raised by his grandparents in the greater Philadelphia area, Kevin spent endless hours at the neighborhood playground where he found his quote-unquote calling, a red rubber ball. His subsequent pursuit of sport and play, also known as his red rubber ball, plus his love of learning has led Kevin to becoming an author, a speaker, and a social change agent. Kevin is an author of 4 highly successful books. He has helped turn creative ideas into reality for organizations such as Nike, Starbucks, Adidas, Walt Disney Company, Target, Procter & Gamble, Columbia Sportswear, Mattel, the National Basketball Association, and many others. Kevin has dedicated his life to advancing education, sports, and play as a vehicle for social change and success. He was honored to address the United Nations as part of the UN Year of Sports for Development and Peace in 2005, and is an ongoing advisor and active supporter for many global social innovation organizations. Kevin was named by Success Magazine as one of 19 seers changing the world. Please welcome Kevin Carroll.
I love that everybody's doing like this polite golf clap. Shouldn't we be celebrating in here? Shouldn't there be a little more energy in here? So I had the honor of doing the graduate school, and then I had the honor of doing the bachelor's program, and then I thought, what would I do different for you all? First off, I don't know if you all picked up, but Damir actually let you in on his nickname, Dada. I got it, because we're both from Philly. See, so this is the thing that I understand. Nicknames are a big deal. And so you also said something, Damir, that was really loud to me, intention. See, my grandfather would say, pay attention to your intention. Pay attention to your intention. And I think that that intention and getting up each day with a clear focus of what you're chasing is so important. So thank you for sharing that. And then Courtney, oh my gosh, the whole idea of persistence. Oh, Damir, I do want to say that if you're hard-headed, like when you were saying like you were a little hard-headed, my nana would say a hard head makes for a soft behind. So just so you know. So Courtney, I love that you used that idea of persistence, and actually in the booklet that I shared with you all, there's actually a way for you to measure your persistence or grit. And so there's actual way you can get a grit score. Angela Duckworth, who did this amazing TED Talk on grit that has like 25 million views, she actually has a scale. It's a 10-question survey. There's a QR code inside this booklet that I gave to each of the graduates here, and you can measure your persistence. So now if anybody wants to question it, you can say, well, I actually measured it, and I actually pinned the needle on it, right? Because I've got the most of it. And I just think that persistence and intention are really clear, and they are my story. And one of the things that I thought was really important for you all to understand is that all of you have a story to tell, and you need to tell it. You need to share your story, because someone's been watching you go through this journey, and they've been wondering what you've been doing, and they've been wondering why you've been getting up or staying up late and being a night owl. They've been wondering what has been mattering that much to you that you would not go out, not hang out, not want to be able to be at this social gathering, and that you would be doing your schoolwork. You got to tell your story, because you never know who you might inspire. And I think that's one of the most important things, is that we need to be models, right, and examples for the next generation of leaders, makers, doers, and dreamers. You've got an opportunity to do that. Do you all understand that as the graduates? So that's my call to action to all of you, is to tell your story, to share your story. And so what I thought I would do in your booklet, if you would actually open up to the first pages here, right, there's the 9 images and there's the rules of the red rubber ball. I want to tell you why a red rubber ball matters to me, and I'm going to share with you the simple truths, the simple lessons from the 9 images. See, a ball saved my life. If it wasn't for a ball, I wouldn't be in front of you all right here, right now, and a playground in our neighborhood, Preston Playground. See, Preston Playground was the first place where I felt safe and I belonged. And the fact that we all need the necessity of belonging and connection and community, and you all found that at WGU, I found that initially at Preston Playground at 6 years old. See, I'm the product of 2 addict parents, 2 parents who abandoned their 3 boys. I'm a result of addiction and abandonment, upheaval and uncertainty, dysfunction and disappointment. And I found a way to rise above my suffering and circumstances and not let my circumstances dictate my destiny. Courtney and Dada, you're examples. All the graduates here, you're examples of that. You were not going to allow anything that was getting in the way of your hope, your dream, your possibilities to derail you. And no matter how long it took, you were going to be persistent. You were going to find a way. And then you found the right people to rally around you. You found your community. You found the people who wanted to lift you up. You found the people who wanted to pour into you because they saw something in you maybe before you even saw it. See, that's Preston Playground. See, I was raised by drug dealers and users, war veterans and workers, other kids' moms and dads, right? Custodians, librarians, all these people poured into me and my brothers. All 3 of us did fine. My journey is very different than my brothers because I fell in love with academics because of one book, Where the Wild Things Are. Where the Wild Things Are set me off because I got my public library card. The public library became a safe place for me. So I had the playground, I had the public library, and then I met my mentor. I affectionately call her my CEO, my chief encouragement officer of my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations, my goals, my best friend's mom, Miss Lane. See, Miss Lane was that person, that mentor who had those tough conversations with me. Miss Lane challenged me. Miss Lane held me accountable. All the things that your mentors did for you. So I started to understand the power of having a ball, my love of sports and play, books, my love of learning, and betterment, finding that community to pour into me and to lift me up. But I know this to be true, pay attention to your intention. My grandfather would say, don't talk about it, be about it. There's lots of talkers and very few doers. Which one are you? And also what my Nana said, a hard head makes for a soft behind. You will get tenderized. Yes, she said that a lot. Yes, I was that knucklehead, hard-head kid. Yes, I was, Dada. I was that also. And so as I started to understand my journey and my complete intention and deliberate focus on rising above my suffering and circumstances, I realized that a ball and book and betterment could change my life. So all the things that Scott shared, all the accomplishments, the thing that I'm most proud of is that I get a chance to tell my story. To tell you that circumstances never have to dictate your destiny. To look at a room filled here with nearly 400 plus people who have a similar story. To see all the people who are surrounding you. You've got your community right there of betterment who believed in you. You've got mentors in here who poured into you and challenged you and maybe lovingly shoved you towards your destiny. And so one of the things that I always like to do at any of my commencements is we should honor the people who poured into us and sacrificed. So if the graduates would stand for me, please, and face the audience and give them a rousing round of applause for supporting you through this journey. And I thank all of you, this community, right, because you are honorary night owls also, right, because you allow them to have room to dream big and to chase their dreams. And so now I'm going to share with you these simple truths, these simple lessons, these 9 images. The first one is the eye. These will serve you well, curiosity. Eyes of a child, eyes of wonder, eyes of possibility. I have 1 look-up day per week where I spend more time looking up at the big screen called life. It's all in HD and 3D, by the way. Look up every once in a while, shift your gaze. All the answers to your life and your journey are not on a little screen. Look up, shift your gaze, change your perspective. That's what made you get to this moment. You shifted your gaze. You changed your perspective. You were curious. Albert Einstein has a beautiful quote about curiosity. I have no special talents. I'm only passionately curious. That is me. I embody curiosity on a regular basis. When you are curious, light bulb moments will come more often, where ideas are available, where you have creative confidence, where you can solve that problem, you can figure out that issue that you're dealing with. You have confidence about that. But you can't do that alone. That's the child chasing the ball. That's your energy. You got to have good energy. You all know that. You know that when that energy was waning and it was a little low, it was hard to study. It was hard to get those books out. It was hard to get that computer open. But you found a way. Take good care of you. The journey is not over. This is just the start to a new journey. It's the start to a new opportunity. Your energy, your energy, your energy. What is your discipline around your energy? If you have the requisite energy, then you can get to the baby with the barbell moment, where anything is possible, where human potential is boundless and endless. I've seen people do a lot with very little. I've seen people do a lot with very little. I've seen people rise above suffering and circumstances. And the thing that was supposedly insurmountable, they found a way. I'm looking at 407, I believe, is the number that you quoted right now. You found a way. But you can't do it without some fight. That's the boxing gloves. You have to bring some grit and some fight. Muhammad Ali has a beautiful quote. I'd either won or lost that fight before I entered the ring. He was willing to do the lonely work. No kudos, no accolades, no attaboys, no pats on the back are coming your way for doing your work. No one's standing over you, good job, good job, good job. No, you put the work in and you trust and believe that hard work never goes unrewarded, does it? Here is your reward. So that fight is really important. And you're gifted something every single day, the dollar bill sign. You're gifted 86,400 seconds worth of opportunity. Now we all know that saying, time is. Why would you waste any of those seconds? They're precious. You don't get them back, you only get them today. That's all that's promised to you is today. 86,400 seconds worth of advancing your hope, your dream, your aspiration, your goal. Ring the day out till there's nothing left. We hear this saying, work-life balance. You all know that is not true. You gotta focus on something and you gotta want it. How about work-life presence? How about we're just present for the thing that we're focused on, fully present. My grandfather would say, be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. 86,400 seconds worth of opportunity to be present. The handshake is, can't do it alone. We already acknowledge the community here. There's a larger community of faculty members and mentors that helped you get to this moment. Keep building that community. I challenge everyone in this room to do one random act of kindness. That's the starfish. If we all did one kind act for someone, a stranger, a loved one, imagine the impact we can have on humanity. It's all about positive impact on humanity for me. And the last thing is dream. There's 5 ingredients to any dream: dedication, responsibility, education, attitude, and motivation. DREAM. Dedication, don't talk about it, be about it. Pay attention to your intention. Responsibility, the fact that you need to hang in there. Trust and believe that that hard work is not going to go unrewarded. Be persistent. Education, be a lifelong learner. Guess what? The greatest app ever created is you. There is no app on your device or your computer more important than you, but you're updating those all the time when they give you the prompt, aren't you? How about updating yourself? That's what you all did, graduates. You updated yourself. Keep doing that. Stay in beta as a human being. You feel me on that? Stay in beta as a human being, always updating, always improving, always getting better. Your attitude, I never get tired of saying this. You bring bad energy, guess what's coming your way? You bring stank energy, guess what's coming your way? Bring good energy, guess what's being reciprocated? And you gotta stay motivated. As you all know, no dream is microwavable, is it? Never happens overnight. You gotta trust and believe that that hard work never goes unrewarded. So those are the simple truths of what I know to be true. Is you gotta have something that gets you out of bed in the morning. What's your red rubber ball? What inspires you to chase that each and every day? Even though it might bounce away from you, you keep chasing it. The more intention that you have and more persistence, you can win the day. I'd like for you all to turn the page to this quote: you cannot be committed to your dream and your comfort zone. Hashtag facts. Am I right? Tell me now. I heard a Rev Kev out there. That's right, he's here. The next little image I'd like for you all to look at is the question mark and exclamation mark. That's called the interrobang. The interrobang is an actual grammatical symbol. It represents curiosity and energy to me. And one of the things that I know is my grandfather loved to wear a hat all the time, and so I actually have an interrobang hat. And what I do is I always want to rep curiosity and energy. I encourage all of you to maintain your curiosity and your energy and your lifelong love of learning. You're competing every single day. Every single day. It's called the human race for a reason, isn't it? You're competing every single day, so bring that curiosity. Ideas await you if you've got the right energy. You've already demonstrated that anything is possible if you have some grit and some resilience. 86,400 seconds are gifted to you every single day. What will you do with the ones you have today? Let's reach out to our community and thank them for helping us get to this moment. Each and every one of you need to realize this, that if you do one kind act, it'll come back tenfold. And dream big. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. It should be audacious. Is that fair? I'm gonna leave you with this simple truth. Work for a cause, not for applause. Live life to express, not to impress. Don't strive to get your presence noticed, just make your absence felt. Night owls, WGU, I salute you. Be well, Godspeed, peace and play, game on.
Let's give it up one more time for Kevin Carroll. Thank you. I recognize your gowns may not have pockets like mine, so many of you may not be carrying a pen, but I wrote down a number of quotable quotes that I got from Kevin, so if you want to share notes later, I can share mine with you. But I do love this notion of redefining what it means to be a CEO. Who are your chief encouragement officers, and for whom are you going to be a chief encouragement officer? There is no doubt that each and every one of us in our lives has been benefited by the encouragement of others, and I certainly encourage each of you to encourage those around you. I love also that circumstances do not and will not determine your destiny. Each of you is living proof of that. Those around you who have supported you that are also helping you know and understand that. Don't talk about it, but be about it. Attaining your credential and your degree is also evidence that you are about being about it. Let your haters be your motivators is another great one I've heard him say. The other thing is I think about this simply, that if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. That is an incredible reminder that we actually do have to think big. The theory of high expectations, when we strive for them, we certainly will be better than we were before. And pay attention to your intention. There's no doubt that in my own life, my hard head has turned into a soft behind. So thank you for letting me relive my youth. But we can follow that with our own children and say, you can get tenderized if you liked. Anyway, thank you again, Kevin, for your kind and wise words to each and every one of us. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to get to the business at hand, and so let me welcome Dr. Sarah DeMark, who will confer degrees. Sarah?
All right, this is the great part. So thank you, President Pulsifer. We will now recognize each of our bachelor's degrees graduates. So would the candidates for bachelor's degrees and post-baccalaureate teacher preparation endorsements please rise, if you are able, for the conferral of your credential. Graduates, up, up, up. There you go. There you go. All right. So upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and member governors of Western Governors University, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree or endorsement you have earned, to include the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science in your areas of specialization, and with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. All right, so now you may move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortar board. That's so cool. Congratulations and welcome to the global community of college graduates. So please be seated for the moment. And good job. The following leaders from each of our colleges will now invite graduates to the stage for their moment in the spotlight. Margaret Simonis, Vice President and Dean for College of Business. Dr. Keith Smith, Senior Vice President and Executive Dean for the Michael O. Levitt School of Health. Dr. Joe Derry, Vice President and Dean, College of Information Technology. And Dr. Stacy Ludwig Johnson, Senior Vice President and Executive Dean, School of Education.
Congratulations to our College of Business graduates. I have no doubt that you are well positioned to solve the problems in today's business world and cannot wait to see what you accomplish. At the direction of the Marshal, will you please come forward to be recognized individually? Thank you.
Michael Price.
Anath Salman.
Tony Giroux.
Michael Reed.
Catherine Walker.
Hannah Statinsky.
Gilbert Delgado.
Virginia Mays.
Shanice Brown.
Christy Lee Mobley.
Relena Luss.
Yvonne Strickland.
Travis McMurray.
Alexander Ray.
Stacy Jones.
Colton Burrell.
Abigail Quenzer.
Marshall Thomas.
Jared Giat.
Anna Junot.
Courtney Moore.
Simber Beeson.
Addison Hernandez.
Damir Abdullah.
Jennifer Arroyo.
Abigail Trevino.
Alexandra Zika Eunice.
Tracy Vontel.
Kathleen McDonald.
Malik Grindon.
Christy Cardwell.
Aloma Owens.
Jerry Fentner.
Kiana Nelson.
Jennifer Hartsock Juarez.
Carolyn Rodriguez.
Ashley Knox.
Heather Kegg.
Rebecca Skoltz.
Gabrielle Medina.
Leslie Carpenter.
Tyra Alexander.
Raymond Clark.
Joseph Mayu.
Daryl Mackey.
Almeda Mentor.
Amber Jorgensen.
Jamie Solomon.
Danielle Ferrer.
Jamie Lake Gonzalez.
Rose Penton.
Brandon Luttrell.
Mary Ebersol.
Rosa Garcia.
Trey McGee.
Tessa Nicole Leatoa.
Maxine Fluellen.
Scott Hulsey.
Christine Arrington.
Shelley Rose.
Tamira Graves.
James Moss.
Carmen Hill.
Olivia DeWitt.
Danelle Marcus.
Arme Joy Arbodella.
Michelle Marshall.
Beatrice Luna Baker.
David Cobb.
Emily Chisay.
Chris Day.
Amanda Pinnell.
Aaron Whitworth.
Jessica Reeves.
Sydney Edbert.
Arlene Cook.
Princess Black.
Christine Moss.
Marcus Amir Gibson.
Felicia Blaine Alexander.
Laura Hogan.
Howie No.
Teresa McClinton.
Alyssa Gardner.
Laura Cook.
Ashley McCoy.
Malik Miller.
Matthew Barnes.
Jennifer Durkovitz.
Jason Gibson.
Latoya Smith.
Rodolfo Renteria III.
Myasia Scott.
Michelle Dixon.
Alyssa Matai.
Felicitas Medina.
Christina Taylor.
Karen White.
Jarvis Taylor. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of Business.
Congratulations for achieving this degree, but more importantly, congratulations for deepening and broadening your life and the life that you give to others. Will the graduates from the Michael O. Levitt School of Health, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Brentley Rohde.
Maria Diastado Murillo.
Sherelle Tyler.
Janine Webb.
Jonalyn Karen.
Linda Rotich.
Monica Crothers.
Patricia Williams.
Sharon Muthinya.
Angela Merritt.
Melissa Dearborn.
Savannah Jodway.
Brittany Yarrow.
Sally Barrera.
Samantha Green.
Leticia De La Paz.
Alyssa Williams.
Samara Schmidt.
Christy Peitzman.
Cynthia Baena.
Juana Reese.
Amber Carmen.
Brielle Toussaint.
Amanda Lawler.
Chidima Ahiwe.
Christy Phillips.
Marissa Bosley.
Elizabeth Palin.
Regina Gonzalez.
Taryn Kohler.
Roxanne Ramirez.
Lisa Ruiz.
Amy Bellew.
Tara Elizabeth Patterson Gardner.
Caitlin Hudson.
Kinsey Gosnell.
Merlin Sobadiah Cordero Abordila.
Christina Pettis.
Shernette Brooks Jean.
Crystal Dantzler.
Jordan Penyak.
Susana Hernandez.
Katie Kelly Hastings.
Jennifer Lee Jamir.
Bella Ramos.
Emily Jacobson.
Michael Tekle.
Amanda Tran.
Renz Marion Villanueva.
Melody Bogdanov.
Janelle Graham.
Trina Palms.
Megan Booth.
Kimberly Uruzuru.
Tanisha Brownberry.
Julianne Rose Gregory.
Tiffany Beckford.
Colinthia Bynum.
Lauren Burt.
Whitney Hill.
Shawnetta Thompson Williams.
Clardy Dulcio.
Trina Lambert Simpson.
Catherine Fox.
Marlene Jerkins.
Delisa Higgins.
M.A. Blackmon.
Dawn Cardinal.
Latasha Williams.
Amber Bostick.
Erica Green.
April Simon.
Sherry Lumas.
Keena Thomas.
Michelle Pittman.
Moyen Charwala.
Allow me Bakare.
Mary Cote.
Loveth Abulalaman.
Monica McCrory.
Javier Perez.
Fayen Fula All.
Tashika Howard. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's Michael O. Levitt School of Health.
Congratulations to the College of Information Technology graduates. Technology is all around us. It surrounds our lives and gives us an opportunity to be able to do what history would have deemed to be impossible. Together, we'll sustain and maintain technology, we'll advance it, we'll protect it, and we'll use it to drive positive change for our civilization. Will the graduates from the College of Information Technology, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually. Thank you.
Justin Loken.
Christopher Selman.
Larry Howard.
David Thatch.
Justin Ware.
Jerome Lawrence.
Richard Rodriguez.
Kara Kirkhoff.
Tricia Smith.
Hannah Macbeth.
Andre Hernandez.
Brian Edmondson.
Anna Marie Hogan.
Mike Piccone.
Jason Young.
Cordell Turner.
Austin Bass.
Stephen Russo.
Ryan Potts.
Richard Lay.
Hubert Goins.
Erica White.
James Johnson.
Joseph Burrell.
Ronald Mann.
Stanley Cole.
Judgment Smith.
Devin Kubrick.
Christopher Conrad.
Troy Cost.
Shahed Darood.
Lauren Davis.
Dorian Jackson.
Lalit Chachetri.
Casey Shaw.
Owen Dahlberg.
Irvin Glass.
Juan Falcon.
Denisha Barker.
Scott Christian.
Cedric Green.
Eric Ogle.
Londarius Cunningham.
Maria Julia Herzer.
Jonathan Payne.
Deontay Burton.
Christopher Hicks.
James Busheau.
Donald Carpenter.
Michael Bustamante.
Rebecca Lala.
Alan Rosado.
Abigail Frankie.
Bibobra Alabra.
Aaron Brown.
Kelvon Avery.
Latoya Austin.
Abishala Johnson. Congratulations to all of the graduates of the College of Information Technology.
Good afternoon. How's our Teachers College in the School of Ed? Are you still awake? Ready to do this? All right. I just want to tell you thank you. It is so fun to sit on the stage and watch you take the life-changing walk that you take across the stage each time we're able to graduate students. So just really, it's an amazing opportunity for us to celebrate with you the journey. And for each of you that's graduating today from the Teachers College in the School of Ed, it's expected that you will actually impact 3,000 students. And so for the group today, that's over 300,000 kids and families that'll be impacted by the work of the individuals you'll see walking across the stage. And so your journey and your courage to do this has the impact across the country. So thank you, and it's your time to step forward and be recognized by the marshals. Congratulations.
Dennis Smith.
Kayla Legg.
Megan Carroll.
Kira Morris.
Mandy Baxley.
Desiree Acevedo.
Jessica Barber.
Tisha Smith.
Kelsey Gifford.
Courtney Long.
Sarai Griffith.
Felicia Grant.
Kylie Jenkins.
Brianna Birdwell.
Abby Wheeler.
Teresa DeWitt.
Clarissa Isabel Hernandez O'Brien.
Jessica Brewer.
Jared Crowell.
Sarah Webb.
Sarah McMullen.
Angela Neely.
Rocky Phillips.
Taylor Kasha.
Gwendolyn Worrell.
Taylor Coomer.
Ashley Trujillo.
Olga Zenteno.
Caitlin Hansen.
Raylene Majors.
Courtney Pierce.
Chelsea Castorino.
Shay Deck.
Amanda Hartley.
Lori Head.
Bethany Chelson.
Brittany Scheid.
Sister Genesis Diaz.
Angela Palmer.
Katie Lindquist.
Leanne Connor.
Dana Harrington.
Carla Sheree Savino Escalante.
Belinda Kincaid.
Brittany Anderson.
Jaden Brown.
Catherine Resendez.
Julissa Juarez.
Kalida Boel.
Angie Rodriguez.
Evelyn Gaspar.
Caitlin Hawkins.
Desiree Souter.
Alyssa Barlow.
Maria Gonzalez.
Elena Frink.
Maishika James.
Taylor Chevale.
Sarah Elizabeth Douglas.
Ashley Glover.
Rebecca Alvarez.
Ashley Shunk.
Savannah Harris.
Santericia Burden.
Alea Jackson.
Kiana Thomas.
Hannah Short.
Tyler Blackwell.
Ashley Ewell.
Randy Lejon.
Alexandra Woolsey.
Carolyn Barnes.
Kelsey Luckett.
Maria Hernandez Urquia.
Brittany Williams.
Kimberly Bishop.
Centoya McMurray.
Lori Suits.
Bridget Guzman.
Judith Butler.
Kayla Eborn.
Maril Hernandez.
Emma Broward.
Jessica Cox.
Michaela Vinyl.
Rachel Harrison.
Kaylee Sweeney.
Gabby Hicks.
Ronchile Armour.
Margie Johnson. Taylor Willoughby. Congratulations to all of the graduates of the School of Education.
Thank you to all those fan bases and squads out there for every one of these graduates. Let's give it up one more time for these graduates. Thank you for bringing all that joy and emotion. It's truly exciting to be with you on this special day. I'd like to take this moment to recognize and thank the graduates wearing blue and gold philanthropy cords today for their generosity and support for other students and WGU's Fellow Night Owl Scholarship. Philanthropy cords are not only a physical symbol of a graduate's commitment to WGU, but they also support a legacy that will last for generations to come. Thanks to the incredible support of these alumni and thousands of alumni before them, $204,000 has been raised for the Fellow Night Owl Scholarship, which has helped more than 175 students cross the finish line to graduation. Thank you for your support in helping your fellow Night Owls. As I stand here today, I'm inspired to know that the degree you have earned at WGU will create new pathways to opportunity. But it's important to remember that commencement is not the end. It represents a new beginning. Whatever you choose to do, do it well, and great things will surely follow. As Nelson Mandela has observed, I've discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. So I ask, what is your next hill? What is your next journey? What adventure awaits you now that you have obtained the knowledge and skills that accompany your degree? I challenge you to be bold. As Kevin reminded us, if your dream doesn't scare you, then you're not dreaming big enough. Learning truly is a lifelong journey, and I urge you, as you continue your journey, to reach out to others in the pursuit of their dreams. Identify meaningful ways to contribute to your communities and help us create a brighter pathway for future generations. At WGU, we have a commitment to serving and uplifting our communities. I challenge you today to make that same commitment. The world needs you more than ever. You've proven you can do hard things at just the right time, because there are a few hard things out there that still need doing. So as we close today, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the pride you felt during this ceremony. Thank you for letting us be a part of your educational journey and for the opportunity to celebrate with you. As you do celebrate, please share your excitement on social media using the hashtag WGUGrad. So now, as we conclude, because we're in Louisiana, we are going to exit New Orleans style. So, will the graduates please follow the direction of the marshals, who will release graduates row by row, and follow the Sunnyside Jazz Band in the New Orleans tradition of a second line parade as they lead us out of the building. Thank you all for joining us here this afternoon, and congratulations again to all of our graduates.